everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is just a very short video in response to some parents asking how to teach a maths lesson. So I wouldn't suggest just giving your child a page and getting them to write out some maths questions, because it's not really sufficient. It might take a few minutes and they're finished. So try and follow structure. There's loads and loads of resources online to help you. As I said before, there's the Twinkle website. Teachers Pay Teachers is another website which I would highly recommend. There's loads of brilliant Irish teachers on Instagram, on Facebook, sharing ideas the whole time on what they would recommend. So here's my 2 cents worth. So with maths, say for your standard 3rd, 4th class level, start off your maths lesson with a game, short game, to get your child's interest. Now at home, one-on-one, this is obviously harder than having a whole class, but if you can, do a quick maths game. For example, if you have cubes and you're dropping them into a jar, so you might be practicing your 6 times multiplication. So if you drop in 1 cube, it's 6, you drop in 2 cubes, it's 12, 3 cubes, it's 18, then you stop and the children have to tell you the number. So you might drop in very quickly 7 cubes and say, okay, so 6 multiplied by 7, what's the answer? And it's practicing their math skills and their listening skills as well. That can also be used for junior infants, where you're just simply dropping in cubes, 1 cube up to 20, and they listen and tell you how many cubes were dropped in. After the maths game, I would always practice tables, so they can do these orally or they can do them written. It's up to you. So if they're doing them orally, just get them to recite their tables on paper, get them to write them out, whatever tables they're working on in school. And don't be worried about bringing them back to basics and getting them to practice them all. So if they're doing division at this stage, get them to go back and practice multiplication as well. After this, then you might do the core of the lesson, which is take, for example, the topic of time, which is a notoriously difficult topic to teach, especially 1st, 2nd class level. So just make sure that you're kind of checking with their books, and maybe if you can find some guidelines online as to how to actually teach the time. But practice drawing some clocks, putting in the numbers, practice whatever the objectives are in their books. Some books don't share the objectives, and I would urge parents to go to www.curriculumonline.com or .ie, where there's the Irish curriculum books. They're available to view online. It will tell you for your child in their class, 3rd, 4th class level, what exactly they should be doing in each subject, in each strand of the maths curriculum, and this will give you a really good indicator of what to cover. So once you have done that, I would say maybe spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes on the core of the lesson, which is the actual writing in say time. They're making the clock, they're drawing the clock, they're pushing in the correct time, or they're looking at a clock with the time on it and they're writing in the time. They are practicing their math skills. Then at the end of the lesson, just do your wrap up, your conclusion, and get the children to maybe tell you back what you did with them in the lesson. And then I would also suggest with maths, at the end of the week or at the end of a few days of a time, give them a little mini maths lesson. And if they do really well, give them a reward, bring them out for a walk, give them a treat, whatever you might do. But it's just something to kind of show them that their learning will still be assessed, I suppose, because that's going to be the problem. I think the children will love the novelty of this for a few days, maybe the first week, and then after that I can see it maybe growing old and getting more difficult for parents to get their kids to sit down. So that's why I'm really suggesting having structure and routine in place for the lessons, and to let the children know that they are still going to have to learn. School is still going on, it's just going to look a little bit different for a while.